Ooh, not coming good enough.
I need to like get in between.
You're in between.
No, I need to go in.
Hey guys. Oh, Bill. Since you're on and paying attention.
Well, hold on. It's connected to streaming software. I was live. Oh, it might have just been too small. Oh, there we are. Hello,
Okay.
everybody. Hi to Bill Smith over on Facebook, and there's Cooper over
Hey guys.
on YouTube. Thanks for watching.
Hey, while everybody's coming on, hi emojis. Bill, I read your message and I meant to get back to you, but it was like 5:30 in the morning and I didn't want to do it at that hour, and then I forgot. Long story short, one of your cars that has the taller mount is the plus 15, and the other one is the standard height one. You decide which one you want. I have them both in stock. I'd be happy to send it to you. There is a newer version of the plus 15 that has the bolt holes in it for the extra plate. If you remind me, when we're going to do a segment on setup stations here after a bit, and my e-buggy behind us has the one with the plate on it, and I'll show it to you.
So, hi, everybody. I'm Krista.
I'm Kevin.
Adeline.
And we're from LCRC Raceway. Thank you for joining us for Hump Day Happy Hour. There is Dale on Facebook, and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Hi to the emojis. Thank you, everybody, for jumping on. We have lots of stuff to talk to you guys about tonight, and it's been kind of a whirlwind, so we're running around like crazy.
Mom didn't even get home from Girl Scout shindig in time to change her shirt.
No, I didn't. Just walked in the door, got everything up and rolling, and here we are. Nick DeAngelo said, happy birthday, young lady.
Oh.
And Dale Hartzell's on and said, hello, one of the best. There's Russ Lebo. He wants to know how your birthday party was.
Great. I loved it.
Tell them what you did for your birthday party.
Jumped into the foam pit. That was the funnest thing.
Yeah, so we did her birthday party at her gymnastics gym, which is an awesome place, and it was really fun to rent that, and she had a really good time. Her friends loved it. Well, the parents loved it too. We didn't have to entertain them at all. They just ran around and entertained themselves, wore themselves out. Coop says happy birthday over there on YouTube. Remember, guys, we just love to hear from you in the comments, so engage with us, talk with us while you're on. It makes it more entertaining for us, and I think for you guys.
Is there any emojis on here?
Is there any emojis on here or smojis on here? Smojis are on here, yes.
There's probably multiple emojis on there.
Can I see?
Oh, did you get your Chuggy bag? I hope so. Sorry.
There's the Sounder family. Hello. Hi to all of you. And then there's
oh, Kurt. Hi, Kurt.
There's Kurt Sieber, and Aunt Nana's on, and she said hi from Lily. Lily's watching.
Hey.
Hi, Lily.
Hi, Lily.
There's Ed Zylox jumping on. Thank you for joining us. So we have some exciting stuff to cover. I wanted to talk to them about our J Concepts restock first. Is that okay?
Sure.
Will you hand me that paper?
I sure will.
So, there is Bill Burns. He said hello and hi to Big AJ. and there's Tim Pence, and the emojis are laughing at you. And they also sent emojis with their emojis.
The emojis sent emojis. Wow.
So,
getting real up in here.
There's some more people over on YouTube. Thank you. That's the only problem with YouTube is it doesn't say your name. So tell us who you are, and then we'll know who we're talking to. So if you guys have hung out with us for a while, you know we send emails out to let you know when products are coming back in stock. Since today was Hump Day, I decided instead of sending an email to all of our customers, I wanted you guys to be the first ones to know about what came back in stock from J Concepts because it's hot product. And I thought if you take the time to jump on here and hang out with us, you should be the first ones to know about our restock. So we have green buggy reflexes back in stock. We did start this morning around 4, so I'm sure some of them have sold now, but we started with 30
Actually,
sets.
not very many, honestly. No.
We also have blue reflexes back in stock and aqua buggy reflexes. So we're pretty great on buggy reflex.
Yeah,
if you're
green blue A2. We have we have over 20 of each right now.
Yes, and I'm gonna send the link to our website in the comments.
Who's that?
Um,
Star.
who's the part from?
Yeah.
I will tell. That is from Mrs. Sedler, and she said that they got the Truggy bag, and she sent a heart. Okay. But if you are looking for refluxes, those are part number 3121. So if you would go to that link that I just shared and looked for 3121, that would take you right to all the reflux options.
Yeah.
Braden Dummel asked, any mini truggies showing up?
Never know. Can't really answer that until we get there.
You have a mini truggy and you're going to be here at the opener, why don't you jump in the comments and let us know, so that we can let Braden know. And I know he's running it, so I'm sure he'd like it if you guys did too. Other stuff that we got from...
Well, Kurt just asked something about compounds of tires or something.
Sure. What compounds do smoothies come in?
They only make smoothies in silver. I've been trying to get them to make them in blue and green for over a year now, but they literally only make smoothies in silver.
For our friends that are into carpet racing, we also got pin swags, fuzz bites, swaggers, and pin downs back in stock. So if you're looking for any carpet tires, we're pretty well stocked on that stuff too.
Yeah, we have. I just did inventory again after we restocked this to make sure what I needed to order this week, and the only thing that we seemingly don't have are stadium truck fuzz bites and rear 2.2 buggy fuzz bites are missing. Allison just told me today that she's sending us some rear fuzz bites for buggy, but only in white pre-mount. But we are getting some, so we'll have some of those soon.
Yeah. So we also got some J Concept shock parts back in, which I think our oval guys are really into this.
Well, sort of. The J Concept shock parts we got in today are actually for the new associated 13 millimeter shocks, like on the B6.4.
Okay.
The bigger ones.
Yeah.
There are some oval guys using them, but it's only the guys that bought 0.4 kits to build the conversion sprint cars and stuff.
Sure.
If you have like older B6123, the ones we got in today won't help you. You need the older style, which I believe we have those in stock too. So we should have the 12 and 13 millimeter parts in stock.
So if you are looking for new product on our website, you would go, if you just scroll down on the site, there's newest products here, and anything that's been newly added to the website. So here are those items that we were just talking about, those blue products from J Concepts. Anything that's brand new is going to be in this section. So if you're just trying to keep up with...
Yeah, I have them. If somebody wants to see it on the camera, I have them in the cart right here behind me. We also got on this order, which I didn't know till I actually brought the cart out of the new stuff to show. We got the tire tool back in stock, the one from J Concepts that flips back and forth from 12 mil hex to 17 mil. We got a handful of those back in stock. So we sold out of the AKA ones. We sold out of the J Concepts.
Get some more mini truggies racing in that 10 skip class for the season opener. So, exciting news on the season opener would be that our first racer has moved in.
Yeah. I actually wanted to make a joke out of this and beat me to the punch. But any of you early birds that really get a kick out of being the first one here, Red or Caruso or Risser, no, you're already late.
Yeah.
Yeah, Will Walker moved in last night. So,
Will came right over from P&B, and he is here, so our first camper has moved in for the season opener.
So, keeping up with the questions in the comments, what compounds and shreds do you have in Proline, if you have any?
We have lots.
I want to say we have them all. I know we have Vandals, Buggy, and Truggy in all the compounds. I was missing S3 slide lock. And I was missing 2 slide locks, which I ordered today. So by Friday or Monday, we'll have all the slide locks, and then we pretty much we have all the hole shots, we have all the buck shots, all the hot stuff that runs here. We have pretty much all of it in stock. as far as AKA, no, we do not carry
Wow.
any AKA tires.
Adeline,
Well,
I think you're getting
Well,
tired.
yeah.
Are you getting tired? Why are you
Because
tired?
you're all over the place.
Do you want to tell the people anything before you go to bed? You can have the floor. You can tell them anything you want.
Anything? Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna answer questions.
Braden, I know we have M3 Truggy buckshots.
Yep.
If I-
Again, everything is searchable on our website. So if you just go over to LCRCRaceway.com and type in what you're looking for, that window, you didn't spell it right. H. There, it's right there, isn't it?
BTR Truggy, that's S4s.
Mm. He's checking for you, Braden. So, Adeline, do you have anything to tell the people before you leave? Anything? You're thinking?
We have
I think buckshot's yours.
63. Yeah, is that the problem with Pro Line?
It is confusing.
M3.
You can see what's on the back.
We have how many? We
What do
have
you do?
25 M3 Truggy buckshots in stock.
Honey, you've got showing them the Halloween race right now. They
Why is?
because you did not click the right button.
Sorry, people.
So, there's our buckshots on the website. And we're back.
Sorry. I'm trying.
It was a good effort.
Yeah.
Okay, Adeline, do you want to say goodnight?
Good night.
Yeah.
There's stuff on the back table that's
Oh, she really wants you to
Oh.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So scooch over. She helped set up the stuff on the back table. We're going to talk about setup stations here in a little bit. And Adeline, I'll tell you what, you can watch it later. Tomorrow I'll show you the video of what we showed them on there, okay? Sound good? Okay.
Good night.
Say goodnight to your friends.
I want pigeon.
Thanks
Oh.
Thanks for helping me set up while Mommy was busy. Okay.
Bye-bye, pigeon.
Good night.
Oh.
Have a good sleep. Here's your drink.
Hey, there goes the start of the show. You're stuck with
Okay.
us, guys.
Bye, Shane. Bye, Michelle.
Papa just jumped on too. You say bye to Papa?
Bye, Papa.
Bye, Papa.
Sorry you missed me.
Sorry, you.
Kyle. The cow that has a cow.
Sorry. Okay, let's jump over in the comments real quick. And
Maybe we're missing out.
what is the best Proline tire that you would personally use on your track?
I know I'm a J Concepts guy, so personally I don't have any experience with the newer stuff, but I know the slide lock's hot. I know, of course, Whole Shot's always hot. We don't know anything about the new Vandal because we haven't had it to run it. So we have it now. We just haven't haven't got a chance to use it.
Oh, Braden says I found out the hard way. I don't carry any AKA tires. I couldn't get any tires to work here. Yeah, we understand. Zachary says I cannot wait for the opener. We cannot wait either. Waiting for racing to start as me ordering RC fighter jets. I've never flown anything before. That's cool.
Wow.
And there's
Crazy.
Tim Robinson is on. Good to see you. Good to see Kyle. Thanks for jumping on with us. To be honest, any Proline tires ending in the word shot works well at LCRC.
Yeah.
Braden is absolutely correct. Over on Facebook, there was just, what are the odds that the season opener will be wrapped up by 7 p.m. on Saturday, trying to make a concert in Harrisburg? Slim to none. It will be done by 10,
Yeah.
but you could possibly be done with your race depending on what classes you're running.
Yeah, maybe, and we'll do qual points. So I assume we'll get 3 rounds in. It's hard to say. I know we've talked about this before, but we used to base our number of rounds and the length of each round. We used to base it on a hard line of how many entries we had, and we've since discontinued that idea. We're asking you to trust us in our race management ability. that we're going to end the day by 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So
And sometimes it'll be earlier, but it will never be later.
yeah, we're shooting to be done by 10, which means we may run 2 longer rounds or 3 shorter rounds or something, but we'll figure it out. And because we run qual points, we actually have the ability to change the lengths of different rounds. So we could run a 6-minute round, a 5-minute round, a 4-minute round.
Yeah.
Because it's based on call points, so it really wouldn't affect it. So
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. Unfortunately, I can't guarantee you'll be done by 7, but
But you could always leave by 7.
Yeah.
There's no rule that says you have to race every one of your rounds either, so that would be fine. I wanted to say hi to some of my favorite people. There is Dave Taylor, Samantha Heil, Hunter Hepner, and
hey, Hunter.
also Danielle and the Margles. They're watching from Tennessee. They're on their vacation. Did you see their campsite?
No, but she told me, she talked to me when they just got the PNB, and then she told me they were staying for.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm jealous. It's very, very nice. So hello over there.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
she said they're gonna stop and pick me up next year on the way to PNB, so you'll be.
We'll see about that. We have a new product that we launched today, and we want you guys to be the first ones to know. So we'd like to take a second to tell you about a new product that we are manufacturing. If you are one of our oval people, you know that we have been making some brass hub carriers for the customers' cars. Okay. Today, we launched a Delron rear
It's a Delrin plastic version. So
hub.
again, here's the stalker, right? It's got 2 camber link options on the top. Then here's the Delrin one. It's the same geometry as the brass one, and it has
I should have got
4 options on the top. One, the 2 in the center are the same geometry as the stock hub, and then it has one further in and one further out, for camber link options. The 2 holes in the bottom, unlike the Custom Works, they call it machined, but they're done one. It's a very nice product. I actually have it on some of my cars, but the lower hole options, it only has the lower hole and then an even lower hole. So if you ever wanted to run it in the upper hole, it doesn't have that option. So our hub, although it doesn't give you the longer option on the bottom, it gives you the 2 stock options, and then it has the 4 holes in the top. It's sold singularly, which I kind of like, because if you're buying this, you more than likely already have our brass hub that you're running on the left, so you can put this one on the right. And if you're an all plastic guy, you don't like the brass in the hubs, maybe you run the Custom Works arm brass. You can do these and run them on the left and the right.
I just shared the link in the comments on Facebook. I'll throw that up on YouTube too. But here it is on the website. It's $18.99 for a single one of them, and we are starting with our first run of them was 25, so we have 25 of them in stock at the moment.
I've been using it personally for, I don't want to say a year. I'm going to say this past winter season, Kurt actually talked me into having them done. I wasn't going to make them. We had a run of 10 of them made to test. I think Kurt's been using it. I think I know Eric Belts has one on. We've done a lot with them, so I'm very confident in it. The price on it's very competitive with Custom Works stuff. They sell them by the pair for $39, and we're selling one for $18.99. So
Kurt Seaver just jumped in the comments and said they work awesome. So you heard it here first. But they are now available. So if you're interested, you can check them out online. I've got some pictures. We will post more information about it. Basically what we talked about in this video.
yeah.
So we have an exciting week of getting ready for our off-road season opener. Friday, we were really lucky that Shane Nipple's going to come out and work for the day.
Oh yeah.
So we have a work day on Friday.
Thanks, Shane.
Eric Belts is on. He said they do work very well.
Oh, Yeah, there you go.
And Kurt said every
it.
week he runs that. So that's awesome. There you go. New product launch.
Yep. And we, if you haven't checked recently, we've just got a whole new run of all the brass products too.
Oh, yeah.
I can't thank you guys enough. I never really thought. I mean, I thought that stuff would sell. Obviously, that's why we had it made in the first place. But I never imagined the sheer volume of that.
Arizona.
No, my newfound friends in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, yeah, there's a lot.
I
in
hope some of
Oklahoma.
you are tuned in. Thank you.
Yeah.
I ship those brass parts to Oklahoma weekly. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy. But
Yeah.
anyway, while we're talking, I just want to get the oval stuff out of the way
Oh, sure.
so we can focus on the off-road opener. But
Okay.
we got. A
Hey,
huge-
Jay-Z's on. He says hi. Hey there, buddy. Long time no see. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, yeah, we do have another product
So-
restock you guys need to know about.
I don't know if you can see my armrest right now, but it is an entire shelf full of 17.5.
Cannot see. I will
How do you
show
know?
you.
You can't see the bottom of the screen.
Well, right now, I would
Yeah, see,
rather.
look, you can see my arms right on it.
Oh, okay.
Whole pile of them right here. We got I think a dozen or more 17.5s. I got a half a dozen 13.5s.
There's Sean Duffy. Dub Days on.
We got some 17.5 Outlaws in. Physically, they're not in the computer yet. They'll be in tomorrow. And then we also restocked a bunch of the Trinity products, some of the charger leads and some other things.
That's our awesome restock on these. The 17.5s have been really hard to get, and Kevin pulled one out by getting those for us. So
Yeah, we'll be out of those by the end of the weekend, I'm sure. So if you're looking for a 17.5 slot machine, don't sleep on that one.
yeah,
And
for sure.
they're the $99 version, right? Aren't they 99? Are they
No, 104.
104.99.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I did share the link in the comments if you guys are interested in that. I did not share the 13.5, but the part number on that is TEP
13.5.
Yeah.
2021.
2021. So instead of 2022, which is what I just shared, it's 2021. So if you're interested in 13.5, it's right there.
No, Dale, I'm not going to make it to the Bloom. Unfortunately, with our outdoor season ramping up, I probably won't get to race again until May. But, I can ship tomorrow. You'll have it Friday.
David Harvey's on, said, see you guys soon. Braden said, you guys want to hear a funny story. Let's see how long the story. Oh, no. So last year's Northeast Showdown, I was in such a hurry to pack up and get on the road. I forgot my keys to my camper, but I also forgot my box full of tires for my Rustler 4-wheel drive, but thankfully I had M3 hole shots, and they worked really well. Hey, good story, buddy. Are you allowing the Outlaw 17.5 motors at your oval races this year? Asked Nick.
No, never.
I thought we were going to have a 17.5. Oh, no, the Outlaw. I'm sorry, I forgot about the Outlaw. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that is strictly a Chad thing.
Not unless the only way, maybe at Segner's Series race, if that's because it's a rule package for that event.
Yep.
But I know the races that we own, and Ed, if you can jump on and correct me if I'm wrong, but the rubber tire series races, those are all Roar motors also, so there won't be.
Yeah, and
We
Nick
won't-
said perfect. I think that was the answer he wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Rob Regal. Hey guys, thanks for taking care of me on that tire mishap, of course.
got
Oh, thank you. Take care of that. Danielle Margot says, I'm still working on Pete to come out to the opener. Yes, you have to come. Oh my gosh. Yes, come. Tell him there's no options.
Okay, so that one more oval thing. The guys still looking for Outlaw 5s. There is a batch of, I believe, 10 somewhere between CW and here. I'm hoping to have them Friday. You guys all know the shipping woe, so I'm not going to tell you we're going to have them for sure, but we hope to have them Friday, and we'll have them in and listed and an email sent out as soon as they arrive.
There is Rodney Hylon. The Outlaw 5s, I was just going to remind you guys, if you want one of those, You should really sign up for a reminder so that when they come back in stock, you can email you. I just wanted to remind you how to do that. So on the website, if you went to the Out 5 kit and just click on this button that says tell me when it's in stock, which is the blue button, and then you just put your email address in here, and as soon as it comes in, it's automatic and it will email you and let you know that it is here. That is the best way to find out if products come back in stock. Ed Zylok said that they will be teching motors and that it has to be Roar motors. So, yep, we're all in the same boat. All in the same boat there. Oh, Danielle said work together. Yeah, pass. I mean, work or race. Let's go racing.
Oh, who wants to do that?
Yeah, totally.
Or you could just build a track in your own backyard and then you
Work
could work at all the races.
Yeah. Okay, what else do we have, honey?
Gosh, do you remember that day? Do you remember the day?
No.
The day when you said,
Just build your own track.
you said, and I quote, you got a backyard, go build your own damn track. And we did.
And
Never thought, never, nope. We started out doing backflips with nitro truggies over here in the side yard by the golf course.
I was so annoyed. At the time we raced ATV motocross, so we traveled all over the country every single week, and then we would come home and like I wanted to, have some time at home to do laundry and, like be a family and like mow the lawn. I don't know. And these boys, they'd want to get home and take off and go to Virginia racing. I'm like,
you could've
racing toy cars.
You could have stayed home and done laundry and
Oh
mowed the
my
yard.
gosh,
We want
no.
to go play with toy cars.
Absolutely not. So I was like, seriously, if you're going to play with those stupid little things, you ought to just build something in the side yard and do it here. And that was before I really knew what an RC car was. Long story short, here we are.
Yeah. Oh, Kurt, I'm not too sure we have 2 Outlaw 4s. They potentially may have already sold. We'll hit that up here at the end just in
Ooh.
case. But
Hey, Danielle and Pete, Will Walker just commented over on Facebook and said, I am calling you out, intermediate nitro buggy season opener, loser buys dinner. I mean, you cannot turn that down. I need more calling out going on. This is what I
Yeah.
live for. That's awesome.
love it. So should we get to our weekly little feature before we run out of time?
Danielle said their lot's too small to build the track, but maybe one day we'll have one. Listen, do it.
Never know.
You never know. What did you want to get to?
Well, do you want to get to our featured little thing for the night
Sure.
and go over that before we yappity yap and then run out of time? And
Sure. So our featured thing for tonight is we want to talk to you about the Hootie setup stations. Is it Hootie?
Yep.
I'm sorry.
we went through this.
I know, but then I
Look,
always forget because I like
Chicky got us official confirmation from the man
Hootie.
himself. It is Hootie.
Hootie.
Yeah, like Hootie and the Blowfish,
Yeah.
only it's H-U-D-Y, not H-O-O-T-Y.
Well, listen, this is part of what people are on Hump Day happy.
Well, I said Huddy all along.
Yeah.
Until
It's Hootie.
Chicky corrected me years ago. It's Hootie.
Yeah, what's another one that people always like mispronounce and I'm like,
Intigi,
oh,
Integi, or Mugen. Oh, Dave Tom used to always say Mugen.
Mugen. That was a funny
Mugen.
one.
And the Mugen cars, you know.
I was just thinking of one that, it's MIP. It's not MIP. A lot of people will come in and say MIP. It's MIP. These are things people need to know.
PNC isn't Punts Bank.
This is how you know that Shane and Michelle paused us a little bit ago because they just said goodnight to AJ. You're behind the times over there.
Oh, yeah. Ed's spot on. That's how you know there's no lag, because Ed's commenting to the mispronunciation thing.
Tamaya.
Tamaya. So, there again, I don't know that one. Is it Tamia or Tamaya?
It's Tamaya. Don't fight with me.
You argued with me about the Hootie thing.
I know, and I thought I was right.
He says he likes the steak.
Ooh.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
So, Will Walker, you've been called out in response.
Yeah.
Medium rare it is. Okay, so a lot of people already use already own this. Not everyone already knows how to use it. It's kind of overwhelming if you see the
So-
packaging.
They come packaged in cutesy boxes. Okay. I don't. They're they're factory sealed, so I can't really open. Oh, actually, please hold.
Okay, so just because I'm going to cut this up and make it an individual video in a little bit, I'm going to do like a little intro here. But today we're going to talk about the Hootie setup stations. We have two different options. There's a 10 scale off-road option as well as an 8 scale off-road. The 10 scale is said to work for 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, buggy, truck, truggy, and short course. And the 8 scale is buggy and truggy. Price-wise, I don't remember what they are, but they're not cheap. Oh, $199 for the 10 scale and $229 for the 8 scale. So if you're going to make an investment in this kind of thing, you should know all about it.
So, if you're buying the 8 scale one and you're doing truck and buggy, you also need to purchase this add-on truggy top plate. I'll explain it to you more here in the hands-on part. Can we move the camera?
Sure.
Can you
I
come
just
back?
want to make sure the audio is going to pick us up. Give me 1 second. Yep, under. So, okay, guys, we are going to go over to our setup station table.
You can come a little closer if need be. So, two things. We sell the 8 scale and the 10 scale. They both come in a similar box. So when you open the box, one of Hootie's deals, like everything is packaged to the hilt. Like it's really high quality stuff. As you can see, each of the parts have their own little foam place to lay. Everything is very well protected, and it also comes with the Hootie setup manual. Both the 10 scale and the 8 scale come with the same offered setup book. It's not really catered to the 10 scale setup. It's more based for 8 scale nitro cars. But nevertheless, it is still a general setup book. It's very nice. As you can see, because I had to run at my box that is obviously empty, I do not carry my setup stations in the original box. I actually use a Flashpoint engine bag, and within said engine bag are my setup blocks, okay, the 3 blocks for the 8 scale.
And those are sold separately, or that comes with?
No, these are sold separately. We do have them in stock. I don't have a part number handy, but I can grab it for you. It is part number 107704.
Yep, those are part number 17704.
And you can tell how old mine are. The new ones are marked with, way more detail. Again, you don't have to have these. Like, I know, like, from experience outside, the HB guys are using, I think, 36 millimeter blocks for something. Whatever. I don't really mind what height you use, as long as you consistently use the same height. So for the 8 scale car, I turn the setup board sideways. We're going to put the blocks under, obviously one in the front, one in the back. And this setup station for 8 scale is of my own. Honestly, it's as old as our racetrack. It's 15 plus years old.
Which is a good point.
Yeah.
When you do invest in one of these, they last you a long time.
Yeah, they're marked. They're marked for the camber side, right? And they're also, in the older ones, only the front were marked for caster, which I'll show you here in just a second.
So you're just sliding.
Just sliding on. So this measurement, I don't know who uses it. I never have ever, but all 4 of them come with this on it now. The old style ones only came with 2 of them like this for the front. And to be fair, I didn't really show you. So when you take them out of the box, you take out parts that lay flat in the box, and then you have the screw to hold it together. So you simply put the screw through the bearing and thread it into the hole and put it together, right? And you can't really over tighten it because it rides on a bearing, so it's super nice. Put it on, and again, back in the day, they didn't come with these cool thumb screws either. You had to either buy these extra, or you could choose to use your wheel nuts that came with the car, but the serrations would mess up the setup station. So now, when you buy the kit, like this is the 8 scale, and see they show that it's all included now. This is very nice. I'm really happy that they did that. It was a nice addition. So put these thumb screws
Tim
on.
Long said some OCD people might have a problem with your setup bag, but he loves it.
Well, whatever. Listen, the 8 scale one, because you don't use it daily, like at the track over and over and over, because it is 8 scale and an eyeball works pretty good. But for the sprint car deal, I literally use it at the track multiple times a day, and I don't have the time to get out of that cutesy box, put it together. Oh wait, and then you have to turn around and take it back apart and put it away.
The thing I would say about it is, obviously it holds really well to be running that bag without the pad and stuff, because it is 15 years old. You have stored it in that way, and it's still in pretty great shape. So, again, worthwhile because it can last that long. Left. I don't know what to say. Let me see if there's any other comments.
So
Oh, here we go.
I'm already in trouble because I forgot. I don't even have a battery for it. It's not even bound to my radio. Long story short, we're gonna wing it and fake it. So when I go to do this, put the battery in the car, I turn it on, and then you use, when the radio's on and you make sure the trim's straight, when you push this all the way to one side, you can measure the graduations on it. And see how it says 0?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to check the other side for tow, you push it all the way to the other side, and see now it says it's towed out 5 or 6 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really want to get super complicated and do it quote unquote the right way, if you look down over, so the servo horn should always be perpendicular to the servo, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if you have that set to where it's perpendicular,
Mm-hmm.
then to adjust the drag, you want to look down over the center and make sure that the Ackerman bar is centered in the car, right?
Okay.
So then once you have that centered, and you adjust this drag link and move that Ackerman bar back and forth. And when you feel that you have the Ackerman bar centered,
Mm-hmm.
then that's when you take and you put the plate back on, and now you check. So now we're only 3 degrees out on this side.
Okay.
So then very carefully slide it back over here. We're what, one and a half degrees out on this side.
So what's ideal for this? What are you
Well,
aiming for?
this is why the difference from 8 scale to 10 scale. So in the 8 scale cars, because they're 4-wheel drive, we like a lot of toe out because that makes them turn. So typically, especially in truck, like 8 scale trucky, we run anywhere from 2 to 3 or 4 degrees per side toe out.
Okay.
Where in buggy, typically, like if I build a new car, I'll set it up to have 1.5 degrees on each side.
Okay.
So like somewhere between 2 and 3 degrees total toe out.
Okay.
And this is a good baseline. You can make sure that the car's square. And then you can also look, if you look at the front, here's your measurement for the camber on each side.
Okay.
So you can take your camber link wrench, whichever you are using. Like for me, I'm a snap guy, so I'm using the fancy camber link wrench, and I can turn this in and out and adjust the camber. Now, this car was at Adrenaline last, and they've got one, two. It's got 2 full degree. Actually, no, it's got 4 degrees of 4 degrees of camber in the rear, and then in the front, again, same deal. You can read the camber in the front.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this one, because I don't have the radio turned on, this is where you should have the radio turned on, so it keeps it centered.
Sure.
And you can measure the camber in the front. Now, like in the Mugen cars, where you can't just get a wrench and adjust it, you need to change the shims, top and or bottom, to achieve the camber that you want.
So, do you have an ideal range for this, or is it just dependent on
Well,
setup?
again, if I'm building a car new, I'm giving it 1 degree of camber in the front and 2 degrees in the rear, and then I'm going to drive it, and then I'll adjust it from there.
Okay.
But
So
that's
then,
a
is
good
that
estimate.
everything the setup station does?
Yeah, honestly, the camber, anybody can get a camber gauge and do camber without this. So the camber is like a bonus feature, at least to me. I really like the fact that you can check it all at the same time, and it's on a setup board. There are aluminum parts on aluminum hubs. You know everything is very accurate. You're not dealing with a camber gauge and a rubber sidewall that how was the front tires versus the rear tires, or the left to the right, and the whole bit. So it's pretty cool.
Do we still support the ones?
I just reordered them today.
Okay. And it comes with the buggy,
It comes with buggy, and then for truggy guys, you have to buy the truggy one separate,
and we have those.
and we do have those. So while we're looking at these,
Okay.
if you know Blair, you probably can't really tell what's in this bag. So my 10 scale one is new to me. Like, I've only had it for a year. And something that I've learned from all the years of having this original one, when you get it out, when you get the new one out of the box, this plate comes in a plastic bag. If you very carefully trim the end of it off, I actually retain this bag as a sleeve, and it does. It makes a huge difference. Makes a huge difference for keeping these. Again, we'll take a look at that when we talk about a 10 scale one. So 10 scale guys, so peeps, listen, we're doing sprint car stuff, and we're getting crazy. Every little hundredth matters. They all add up. So we're trying to square everything up and keep it on the up and up. One of the big things that I've actually been trying to really focus on is keeping the front end square. I know we do a lot of rear steer, so that gets weird, but listen, using this setup station for this is it's pretty amazing. Again, I have 2 bags. I wrote 10th on one and 8th on the other. They both live in the same area in my shop. It's amazing to use. So again, the new ones, as you can see, the edges are beveled. It's got a little more graphic look to it. Pretty fancy stuff. I slide them on. They're all 4 corners the same, so you really can't put them on all ones. The holes in the sides are actually 4 mil, so that they fit the rear axles. Don't be alarmed for the front. It doesn't make a huge difference because they both settle to the bottom of the hole, so it doesn't really matter. You can choose to use the 10 scale blocks, which are part number 107702.
Okay, but I missed the point. Blocks. Like, didn't that lift it up off the blocks anyway?
No, I hold it down when I'm measuring.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That keeps it consistent.
I gotcha.
Because if you change your ride height, or over here, if you move your shocks or change your ride height or your droop or something, when you go back to check your toe or your camber, you are not checking it off the original baseline of like your data and all of your stuff that you keep in your setup book,
Yeah.
right?
Then it's consistent.
Yeah, so my problem this past season was that I started doing this before I had the 10 mil blocks. So I was using these fill ones that I had. We'll get to that in a minute. So for the rear, the 10 scale one comes with these little spacers. That way, if your axle Flat spot sticks out too far. You put a through screw on, it still snugs up. Now, like for my right rear, because I run an 8.5 up, I don't need that space because flat spot doesn't stick out far enough. And then on the front, of course, you don't need them either. So we just put the thumb nuts on. And again, they don't have to be super tight, just snug. It is a little different on 10 scale because you got to hold that front hex. But again, you should turn your radio on, turn the car on. I scooch these 15 millimeter blocks under, and then I hold the car down, and I'm checking, looking at camber, which not really the main reason why I focus so much on the sprint car. One thing I forgot I wanted to touch on. So on the sprint car, if you just take the two screws out of the little upright things that go underneath the hood, and just take the hood off. Take the hood and the front wing all off at one shot. You don't have to disassemble anything else on the car in order to do this. And then it sits right on. And then it's essentially the entire exact same setup as what we discussed. You time everything,
Everything
drag
adjusts the
length.
same way.
Yeah, it's all. Again, if you have a visual looking down over it, you say, well, if you did it in the morning, why do you have to do it in the afternoon? Well, because I crash a lot, and every time you hit stuff, all these little plastic parts move. And we're talking about half degrees, which is, the jokes
This
about
audio is really bad.
the jokes about it's just as thick as the hair. Well, I'm telling you, the hairs matter in this deal. So it's pretty cool that you can make sure you're spot on and do it. So if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to do a little Q&A. I'm sure you have different things you're curious about.
Camera back up here.
Gavin's here late. I see that. What else we got?
Okay, let's see.
Oh, yeah.
So I use the 10 scale one for all my ovars. Dan says, bummed I won't make it to the opener. I got a promotion at work. Congratulations. But I have to work every Saturday till May. I totally understand. Hi to Chad, and sorry about audio. Hi to Gavin. I thought I had the audio figured out, but I must have misstepped.
So 10th scale, like on-road cars, like Eric said, I kind of forgot, because when I raced hand car when I was a kid, so that's how I started. And of course I never had fancy stuff like this then, but we did have some homemade stuff that was, honestly, that's where those aluminum 15 millimeter blocks came from, because I would put those on the front axles and would give me this long. Anyway, doesn't.
So hi to Mike Ream, and happy birthday, Mike Ream!
Hey.
Everybody wish Mike Ream a happy birthday.
Yeah.
His wife loves him more today than yesterday, because yesterday he really pissed her off.
Yeah, and he's still old enough to run a 50 class. Still. Yeah. Sorry.
And Gavin asked me how the air gun is. The air gun's great. Kevin's mad at me though because I used it inside the shop and it blew dust everywhere. Get over it. And here's the thing about
She didn't use it in her office. My office.
Let's just talk about this. Danielle probably can appreciate this. If it were my husband, like washing his RC tires in the sink, no problem.
Yeah, but I wash them in the shop sink.
He could blow off his car inside the shop. Never think anything of it. I blew off a little corner of the rug to just test out and see how your thing worked. And he looked right there and he was like, oh, stop it. That's it.
Because I couldn't see you.
It was not that bad. So.
I couldn't see her.
Oh my God. You could see me.
I couldn't see
You
her.
could see me to see where you yell.
No.
Yeah. It's
Couldn't.
funny. Mike,
Did you see the dust on the hood of the sprint car? Look, that's because I haven't cleaned my car since that episode. See
you're
that?
so full of it. That's bloom dirt, buddy.
No, it's not. That car's actually never been to Bloom.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, I mean, yeah, my two cars have all been.
What PSI did I do that? About like this.
$1.80. Buck 80, Kevin.
I squeezed it to
Full tilt.
You weren't even back there, because if you were back there, you would have yelled at me before you yelled at me.
I squeezed it full tilt before I was back there.
I did not squeeze it full tilt. I went about that tilt.
Thank heavens you didn't squeeze it full tilt.
I just wanted to see if it really did an area. It did. Anyway, what we're talking about is Gavin Vucina had told me to buy this air hose that it actually goes out to a cone, and so the little thing inside spins around where it's blowing the air.
It's pretty cool.
So it covers an entire area instead of shooting into one spot. And he was saying for it over in our wash area. So if you've never been here before, we actually have a wash station outside the shop. So when you first come in and you're looking at the front of the store, it's on the left-hand side, and there's air hoses and water hoses and things for you to clean your cars. And Gavin thought it would be good for that. Interesting, though, I'm actually going to use it for my horse. We have an air compressor at the barn, my lovely friends Pete and Kurt, and we just blow them off sometimes to help get the dirt and whatever off the horse. But that'll be so nice. I'm really excited.
It's funny, and I'm not making fun of the cleaning the horses thing, but I'm comparing it to, like, I'm listening to talk about the wash station outside, and I'm watching everybody in my mind walking over there with their motor wash and their scrub brush and going over to clean their RC cars, just like they walk in the stall and they brush the horses and get all the mud chunks loosened up and take them over to the air compressor and blow them off, just like an RC
The horses actually really like it. Like, it loosens that all down in the fur, especially over winter when they have such a coat on it. Gavin said it must have been ripping. I used it at 140. I don't know. I just squeezed the trigger. You can get one that shoots water. What? That's insanity.
Yeah. So, Mike, I think word on the street is that Tim,
Look at this
and
place.
I did see it, that Tim Long and potentially Chris Moore might both be coming to Mugen Challenge. I mean, you're halfway to a 50+ class right there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, yeah. Except them other dudes, they're probably fast enough to still run 40+. Sorry, buddy. You know.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Was there anything else on our notes we were supposed to cover today before we run out of time?
No, I had some turnbuckle tools and riffraff that I was going to talk about, but never mind there.
Anyone else SC1 their cars? Yes, all of us. Okay, listen. Cleaning your RC cars at LCRC is a 2-step process. Step number 1, motor wash.
Yes,
Motor oil, motor wash. We have it for sale. Step number 2, SC1. You have to do both. Yeah.
Yeah, those are like the only 2 ATV motorcycle products we still order from our ATV distributor, so
So true.
we got to keep selling enough of that to not lose the deal.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
true.
Sorry, Mike. Had to get them in when I could.
Did
It's
you
your
guys-
birthday, you know.
Did you guys see that I power washed the shop yesterday? I didn't finish it, but we got a lift. What do you call it? It's like a lift, but
It's a 40-foot boom lift.
Boom lift.
JLG 400F.
and I'm not real fond of heights, but you should have seen me up there cleaning the whole darn thing.
It was expansive, yes. Thanks, buddy.
It was not expensive. Well, it is expensive. Anyway, what's new with the barn? There's lots new with the barn, actually.
Yeah.
The barn's coming. We're getting the pasture seeded, and it's just like,
I got lumber to finish the haymow floor,
mm-hmm.
which Adeline doesn't know it yet, but her trampoline is going in half of the haymow floor and the roof in the top deck of the barn, so that'll be like next level for the kids.
Gavin, it's not a scissor lift. It
No.
is actually, it's like a boom lift, which I think is scarier, because if there's stuff under me, I'm okay, but like under me was just the mesh. So like, I told Kevin I want to do the very top peak. I came in and got him because I'm like, it was extended so far that the lightest little movement moved it, and I was okay until I would look down to like pick up the pressure wash wand, and then it like freaked me out.
But yet, 190-pound ballast weight walking back and forth across your basket, rocking it around and
Didn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
The
You didn't seem scared when you're up there.
The main thing I have to do is I can be up there. I just have to focus on what I'm doing on the building. I can't look out the road at the traffic and see how little
fair
the cars are, and I can't like look down at
They
the
trust
little
you.
tiny stones.
Yes, Mike. You have to trust the engineers for that, for sure. And listen, it's a 2001. It's far from new, so it's got a little shake and roll to it.
A little wiggle wiggle.
Yeah.
But it was fine.
I did think of something whenever you're ready to.
I'm ready.
Well, we have 2 sprint cars we want to sell. I did send out some messages to some guys that were asking. Can you check the red message, Jiggy?
Mhm.
Yeah, that guy.
I can PayPal you for the second one. Second one, used body, standard transmission.
Yeah. Okay. So
So we
don't-
just have the
We
one.
only have one for sale.
But listen, it's not on the internet yet.
Well, I understand that, but they can message. So this was my original Outlaw 4. It's got a light season on it. You guys know I don't race that much, but original chassis, aluminum screws. It's got a brand new body on it, obviously. Sprint car people don't really get rid of their bodies, they keep them, so I had to put a new cage and body on this thing. So it's got brand new wings, a brand new Dietrich wrap. It's like I said, it's got some aluminum screws, it's got the brass stuff on the left. Oh, and this car has that Custom Works Delrun hub.
It almost had Krista's
on the
nose
right.
on that.
Sorry.
Brought it up.
But it does have our brass stuff on the left. It has a Custom Works lay-down transmission. Again, aluminum screws. All the stock titanium turnbuckles and all that jazz. Actually, it's got the titanium ball studs. I really don't know.
I'll fully picture it and list it on the website tomorrow.
But if you're interested, it's got the titanium adjuster screws and the arms.
How much are you asking for it?
$450.
Yeah, so if you're interested in it, the easiest way would be to chat with us either on the website. If you don't know, over on the website we had a chat with us window. When it loads, it pops up down here in the bottom, and you can click on chat with us. And this little place, you can write us a message. That will come directly to our cell phones.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to contact us, that is a great way. Please understand that we are still people, just 2 people.
AI's come a long way. How can they be sure? Just kidding.
But I mean, if you ask a kind of a technical question on Sunday night at 10:30 p.m., I'm probably not going to get back to you right away, and then, whatever. So, but that's a great way to message us for cases like this. So if you're interested in that, just send us a message, and you can grab it before we get it online.
The Dietrich car comes with the original book, too. I have the book for it.
If you Facebook message us, it also goes to that same place. So if you want to go to the LCRC Raceway Facebook page, if I can ask a favor of you, if you're going to message us on Facebook, it is better to message the business page than one of us personally, because then both of us can see it. That way, not one of us is working and the other one doesn't know what's going on. It's easier for us to be able to tag team.
Yeah, honestly, because in our home life, if there's usually only one of us working, if we're trying to do something at home, we try to be, at least one of us be present in our kid's life, basically. Otherwise, we would just do this 24/7.
Yeah. So one of us is completely unconnected at a time. So if you've just messaged Krista, then whatever.
Yeah, and those of you who know me, I am awful at Facebook Messenger.
I am too. It's because of there's so many different things that we are part of.
Yeah.
It just gets complicated. But if you do the Facebook message through LCRC Raceway.com, but whatever.
Yeah, the chat thing or through the company Facebook. Yeah, you're right. Love
Okay,
it.
Gavin, I will check that out. Thank funding it. It is 8 p.m. That means you
We're
have
out.
used up all the time with us. I want to thank each of our customers so much. There was orders tonight while we were on here. We appreciate you guys. It makes our life possible to be this way, and we're so grateful for your continued support of LCRC. We are less than 20 days away from our season opener for off-road. We are under 30 days for oval season opener. We're looking forward to both. If you haven't already, make sure you mark yourself going on those event pages on Facebook, because we're putting out lots of updates on there all the time. We released an update today that Sal's, the
Yeah.
Italian joint up the road, which is our favorite local Italian place, is actually going to be here for our social. So on top of the cornhole tournament, we're also going to have excellent food options here for you. So we hope that you'll plan on staying in for dinner and hanging out. So
Yeah, man, if we had, I don't know if Ron G ever watches this stuff or not, but hell, if there was ever a way to have Ron G come out of retirement, it'd be to have Sal's here trackside.
Red,
Oh, yeah, Red, yeah.
I mean, if Red might change his plans and have to be here. Is he planning to be here?
I only assume so,
Oh, I
but
don't-
he could still have a P&B hangover too. Hard to tell.
Thank you guys